So, after waiting for more than a couple of years, finally some good news for the iPad mini fans. The next generation of iPad mini is already in production, at least that's what recent leaks suggest. And more importantly, the new iPad mini 7 is expected to come up with some major upgrades. Along with a more powerful processor, there are some nifty changes Apple will be bringing with its latest iPad mini. But first, let's answer this question. Are we really going to see the iPad mini 7 in 2024? Well, according to popular analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, Apple is currently working on a new version of the iPad mini equipped with a new processor as the main selling point. And he also mentioned that this popular tablet will be ready to hit shipment within the first half of 2024. So, it's time to dig deeper and check out the major upgrades we are likely to see with the iPad mini 7. As we mentioned earlier, the key selling point for the iPad mini 7 is going to be its new processor. But it's not M1. Well, don't lose hope, because the new iPad mini is likely to be powered by Apple's all-new A17 Pro Bionic chipset. And we all know how powerful this latest chipset is, and it can handle some really heavy tasks like gaming and ensure smooth performance. With this new chipset, you will be able to enjoy console-level gaming on your iPad. However, the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 does better than the A17 in some aspects. If we compare the CPU and GPU benchmark scores, the 8 Gen 3 seems to be ahead of the A17 Pro, but the A17 jumps ahead when it comes to battery life. And this is going to be another major upgrade for the iPad mini 7. We have seen almost all iPads have more or less similar 10 hours of battery life, and Apple seems to be sticking with this number for a very long time. But not anymore, since the new A17 Pro offers efficiency cores and optimizes the battery consumption. So, even with the same battery capacity, the iPad mini 7 can offer more battery life than just 10 hours to cruise through your hectic days. Coming to the design, the iPad mini 6 saw a massive overhaul in looks compared to the previous gen models, and Apple is likely to stick to the same aluminum casing, but we are expecting some new colors. Interestingly, a report from ET News suggested that Apple is planning to apply an 8.7-inch OLED to the iPad mini and a 10.9-inch OLED to the iPad Air. But that's due for 2026, so we won't be seeing it with the iPad mini 7. A slight upgrade could be the increase of peak brightness and a new display controller designed to mitigate a problem described as a jelly scrolling issue that reportedly makes content look laggy. Another minor yet very impactful upgrade is going to be the storage expansion. The current iPad base model comes with 64 gigs of storage, which is never sufficient for a device like iPad. So, upgrading the entry-level iPad mini 7 to 128 GB is going to be a wise move from Apple. For the price, the iPad mini 6 saw a $100 price bump, but for the upgrades, it was completely worth it. However, since the iPad mini 7 is somewhat similar to the iPad mini 6, in terms of shapes and design, we aren't likely to see any price bump, and it's most likely to be available from $499 for the base model. There are also some rumors that the iPad mini 7 launch might get delayed to 2025, but that would be a huge disappointment. Do you think that would be a wise idea from Apple? Throw all your thoughts in the comments, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel to keep yourself updated with all the latest tech news.